Welcome into This Is a Shoot podcast. I'm your host, Shoot, and I'm going to be talking about Tony Khan. Like I said in my last video, Tony Khan not being able to handle the pressure, not being able to handle the heat of criticisms about his show or himself. And this is very evident in July 14th edition of Busted Open Radio. As always, before I get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you like the content. That way you never miss a video when I drop them. That being said, Tony Khan has a weekly segment on Busted Open Radio. And it's called Tony Time. Usually it's hosted by Tommy Dreamer, Dave LaGreca, and Mark Henry. But this particular, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Bully Ray was on the show. And those of you who watch the show knows that Bully Ray has been critical of AEW and has made some pretty good points about AEW being flawed. Now, I want to state out that I'm going to be talking about Tony Khan, not AEW, because I do enjoy the AEW product. So let's jump right into this. On July 14th edition, Bully Ray finally got to speak to Tony Khan for the first time. And Bully Ray pretty much started asking Tony about, the refereeing, not being consistent, the 20 count, some of the rules, bring out the rules about the 20 count and tag team matches or being outside the ring. Tony Khan didn't like this. Tony Khan didn't take it very well. You could tell it in his voice, you could tell it in his demeanor that he was kind of offended that Bully Ray had brought this up. And he brought up the fact that there is no 20 count in AEW and pretty much said and told Bully Ray that he did not know himself. Saying Bully Ray obviously didn't know the rules of AEW to be bringing up such a statement. Tony would then go on and talk about ref bumps. Now, Bully Ray never said anything about the ref bumps. Okay, he talked about just no consistency in the rules. And I quote Tony Khan, "I don't do ref bumps. Generally as a rule. And we've done, and you can count on your hand how many there have been in AEW in 2 years. Less than 5. And so, since I don't do a lot of ref bumps, when they're double teams, and when things turn into like a lucha match, a little bit, which I do a lot of trio matches, and tags with luchadors, so there is going to be lucha aspects of this stuff. It's going to happen because I'm not going to just knock the referee over out of nowhere so that there can be some fun lucha spots. So I don't really see it as a problem. And I know I haven't noticed that or thought it was an issue. Now, Bully Ray kind of brushed this off, and Bully Ray went into his next question, saying, I noticed that may I suggest you doing some more Tornado tag team matches or Texas Tornado tag team matches or No Holds Barred tag team matches, especially when you have the Young Bucks in there and or Rick Knox. Now, I have been very vocal on my podcast on this show that Rick Knox is not my favorite referee, because he does all the Young Bucks matches, and anything to do with the Elite, he seems to be a part of. I have been to an AEW show, and Rick Knox got booed where the other referees got cheered. And that is not an over-exaggeration. It was in Cleveland, Ohio, and at Beach Break. And they was booing Rick Knox almost out of the building when they introduced him. Now, Bully Ray brung this up. Once again, Tony Khan didn't take very lightly of this, and it was in his demeanor. Now, here's what Tony Khan had to say, and I quote, "We've done Tornado tags and have done a good number of Tornado tags." Tony Khan responded, "I generally don't think like enforcing the 10 count is the first thing people are coming to mind when we're seeing like an exciting Young Bucks match, but it's something to take into consideration for sure. I gotta say that, like Young Bucks versus Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley, I never heard one person complain about the 10 count. Young Bucks versus Phoenix and Penta. I don't think that's what people are thinking about when they're watching a match. But I've got more important things to talk about on the card tonight, honestly. I want to say that again, and by way of quote, I've got more important things to talk about on the card tonight, honestly. And I went back and re-listened to this. Okay, Tony Khan said it is something to take into consideration for sure. And for somebody who said, I've not heard anybody complain about it, that very same night, they was following the rules of a normal tag team match. Now, I have noticed this. I noticed this back before this ever came out. You know, I don't get into tag team matches on AEW as much as I get into the single matches because, okay, there is no consistency. And I believe I made a video talking about the inconsistency in tag team matches on AEW. There's no consistency. It's all based on what referee is in there, on who's going to enforce what rule. And Rick Knox does not enforce any rule in a tag team match. Them are facts. Watch Aubrey Edwards. And then watch a Rick Knox. Yes, every referee is different. I get it. But Tony Khan, in this episode of Busted Open, and I encourage you to go back and rewatch it. Just type in on YouTube, Bully Ray Tony Khan. July 14th of 2021. And you can hear the demeanor in Tony Khan's voice. You can hear how upset he was getting. And that quote at the very end, I've got more important things to talk about. That's pretty much, to me, that says it all. That says right there, well, I ain't got time to talk about this. And he went right into the same thing that he always does. I'm really excited about tonight's card. I'm really, insert match. It's really a pay-per-view variety card that you're getting for free. Insert match. Insert name of superstar that he's really excited to see. All of these things. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what Tony Khan doesn't handle. He did not answer these questions very well. And if you listen to the video, he doesn't handle it very well. Now, I'm going to be going into more depth of what things have happened about him not taking responsibility. The next video is going to be about Max Caster's incident. Now, I made a video about it a while ago when it first happened, but I'm going to be talking about it again. And I want you guys to understand something. Once again, this is not me hating on AEW. There's a lot of things about AEW that I really enjoy. But I do not like the owner of AEW. I do not like Tony Khan. And I'm starting to see it on the internet that more and more people are kind of turning away from Tony Khan. But you want to know what happened with the Max Caster instance of what Tony said and what Anthony Bowen said prior to this incident, you're going to have to tune in for the next video that I drop later on this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave the comment down below, hit that like, and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.